I've been in meetings for several days. Now I can return home. Most of my co-workers are vacationing, so I cannot take a leave. Let's have a look at the office I share with Lee Hong. Not a bad view outside. This is our cow hedging office area.
So guys, this video is also featuring Little P over here. What you just saw actually was NIO CEO. You know, he's very humble. He and the co-founder Chin Lee Hong, they share one office, and they try to keep their expenses very, very low as well. So that's all very, very good. But if you watch my previous video, NIO CEO has said that free battery swap is actually a big burden for them. Now, some of you guys were asking, what, free battery swap? Why are battery swaps free? But I've actually talked about this many years ago, okay? But for some of the new viewers here, they were offering free battery swap for all NIOs before October of 2020. If you ordered your car, you had unlimited free battery swap. So I ordered my car before that date, so I have unlimited free battery swap. I can swap as many times as I want. I can swap 5 times a day, and it would all be free, completely free. And after that, they lowered it down to 6 free swaps per month forever. Okay, so it's still pretty good deal. All right, so they had that for a while, and then they lowered down to 4, and then before the end of July of 2023, that was the cutoff period, and that was the last period of time for people to get free battery swaps for their NIO. So after that, it was all free swap vouchers or just no free battery swap. So for a period of time, people bought their NIOs without free battery swap, and they only had like 30 free battery swap vouchers or 36. And right now, if you buy a NIO right now, it's either 36 free battery swap vouchers, or if you go for BAS, you get 60 free battery swap vouchers. And just to make it clear, I drive pretty much like every day, and then I swap about once a week. And most people, they swap about once a week. So 60 free battery swap vouchers is enough for a little over a year of usage. 36 is enough for like half a year of usage, pretty much. So that's just something to keep in mind. So the problem is, of course, this really hurts the profitability of swap stations. If you're swapping for free, the electricity fee is actually enormous, according to NIO CEO. It's a big expense for NIO. So exactly how much do they burn in terms of electricity fees? Well, back 2 years ago, I visited a Gen 2 swap station with a technician, and I just had a casual conversation with him and asked him how much electricity each swap station consumed. So that technician told me that that particular Gen 2 swap station, which is quite fairly busy, had an electricity bill of 330,000 kilowatt hours for 1 month of usage. And it was actually a little less than 1 month. It was like 20 something days. So you can expect 300,000 kilowatt hours. So convert that, electricity fee, commercial electricity fee is about 80 cents to 1 RMB per kilowatt hour. So that means that every swap station uses as much electricity. The cost of that electricity is equivalent to like a base spec ES6. So every swap station, not every, most busy swap stations consume as much electricity as the cost of one ES6 per month, okay, per month. Make that very clear. NIO has like 2,300-ish swap stations. So, converting that all into electricity, that's a lot, right? Now, the thing is, it's not just the energy going into the batteries. It also takes electricity to keep the lights on, to do the swap mechanism, right? Charging the battery, it's not 100%. However much power gets into the battery, there's going to be some energy lost while charging. There's also fans or heaters to cool or heat the batteries. So, it's actually quite, it consumes a lot of electricity. So that's why you have such a high number. Now, of course, NIO is doing ways of lowering that by charging at night, etc. when the electricity fees are the lowest. They're also doing grid stabilization to earn more revenue on the electricity inside the swap stations. And also certain swap stations have solar panels on top that really also help lower the cost of the swap stations. But in general, it's just the electricity fee, which is a very big portion of the money that NIO has to spend, right, to fulfill these free battery swaps. And right now, NIO CEO has said, we need 60 swaps per day to make a swap station essentially profitable. Now, most swap stations can get this number, but some of these swaps are free. So, NIO is, of course, giving out these swap vouchers, and they've done the math, of course. They know exactly how much this is going to cost them. They know exactly how to balance it out. But, of course, this is hurting swap station profitability. If most people are getting swaps for free, they're not really exactly earning that much money. But, of course, it is incentive to help push out sales and get people more accustomed to the swapping infrastructure. And these swap vouchers, they will eventually run out, and then they will have to resort to paid swaps. And it's more of a way to get people into the system and get used to the system. Now, you guys got to remember that NIO's charging infrastructure is already profitable and earning quite a lot of money for NIO as well. But in terms of swapping, and also especially during holiday seasons, NIO, they used to make, last year during Chinese New Year, they made swapping completely free. Service fee is free, and then also the electricity was also free. But this turned out to be massive, massive expense. So during national holiday in October of last year and Chinese New Year this year, they only made the service fee free. So they're trying to charge as much as they can. And also, NIO's NIO swapping has that swap service fee, which is quite expensive, 30 RMB per swap or 50 RMB per swap. And this is very reasonable. Now, NIO CEO has said that it's not the swap station that's making it unprofitable. It's the electricity fee that they have to pay out, which is making it unprofitable. So swap stations are still unprofitable, unfortunately. And the free battery swap vouchers are not helping out. Of course, this is delaying swap station profitability, but they are progressing towards it. Okay, so I think going with swap vouchers is actually much better than promising 6 free swaps per month forever, because people, that means these guys will most likely never have to pay for swaps unless they go over the limit per month. Whereas the swap vouchers, these guys will eventually have to pay for swaps. And most people that bought their car within Q3 and Q4 of last year do have to actually pay for swaps. So that's something to keep in mind. And NIO delivered a lot of cars in Q3 and Q4 of last year. So it's not like and even if you have free swaps per month, some people go over that limit and they still have to pay for swaps. All right. So definitely that's something to keep in mind. And going forward on those cars are definitely not going to get free battery swap. 100%. Never going to happen. And of course, the partner brands, they're not going to get free battery swap as well. And NIO is never going to reintroduce free battery swap for life or free battery swap per month forever. Never, ever again. Even on the ET9, some people were asking NIO, for such an expensive car, you should reintroduce free battery swap, but they're not bringing it back. You only get the vouchers, and after you finish the vouchers, you got to pay for battery swap. So yes, unfortunately, swap stations are unprofitable, not yet profitable, but they are going to work towards getting there and also opening the infrastructure up to competitors as well. NIO CEO calls them competitive teammates, right? That's also going to really help with profitability, with usage rate. A lot of these swap stations do indeed get over 60 swaps per day. So they are looking to become profitable very soon with these swaps. But right now, it's what do you want? Do you want more sales? Then you have to give these vouchers to incentivize sales. Or do you want swap station profitability, but that means not that much incentive and sales might not be that great? So it's which side do you pick? And NIO would rather pick having these incentives, boosting sales, and then have SwapStation profitability pushed back later. So swap stations will definitely become profitable in the future. Right now it's just charging, which is highly profitable for NIO, and swapping is not there yet because of the free swap vouchers and free battery swap. And like me, I haven't had to pay for battery swap ever, so that's something to keep in mind. All right, profitability, charging is helping. Battery swap is taking us one step back because of the vouchers, but we will eventually get to profitability in the future. And NIO CEO sees battery swap more like a cloud service, almost like a cloud service, opening it up to everybody, and that's really going to help with profitability. All right, as always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.